Well, the intel agencies sure do play dirty.
Nothing.
Yep, and they're only going to get dirtier from here as it looks like they're still in charge, as Donald Trump was not able to pass his executive order, which clearly the FBI is in defiance of, highlighting how things aren't as all cheeky and sunshine and rainbows as a lot of us expect, as I would argue now that Donald Trump's life still is in significant danger. All of this as the left is moving more and more towards a crazy, radicalized perspective that I think also is being engineered and psyoped by, guess who? The intel agencies, as we have a lot to get into. But of course, I think the biggest bombshell story is this one that highlights a picture of the would-be Trump assassin in Butler, Pennsylvania, on the phone right before he went after the now current president of the United States and was allowed somehow to take 8 shots at him. As the New York Post has the exclusive here, saying would-be assassin Thomas Crooks may have had accomplice, data shows. As Investigator says, FBI suppressing information. Yeah, the same FBI that now is suppressing information surrounding the Epstein files, the cases surrounding Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, that James Comey's daughter was just totally in charge of. All of that just denied, handed over to the Attorney General of the United States, that has not yet answered whether or not the FBI has complied after her strongly worded letter asking Kash Patel to have those documents on her desk yesterday, 8 a.m. I was expecting a post 8:01 a.m. just to be like, guys, we got it. Guys, they're still obstructing. What's probably happening is they're probably still obstructing. Let's just be honest with ourselves, as this bigger story is all connected here, because it shows you something else is at play here. There's a larger civil war unfolding right now within the federal government. There's a larger tug of war happening right now, and there are mafioso, gangster, criminal, police, state thug elements within it that are up to no good. This story, pretty big here, especially when you start connecting the dots here, as, of course, it has been 9 months ever since, quote, a mild-mannered 20-year-old attempted to take Donald Trump's life at Butler, Pennsylvania. Still, there's no good reason why, writes the New York Post, as they talk about how their sources have told them that the FBI is obstructing efforts to solve the mystery of why Thomas Crooks left no manifesto, did what he did, as it's left to local law enforcement, as well as Crooks' former friends, classmates, and teachers that are just trying to figure out what in the world happened here, as they are absolutely frustrated. I am too. Now imagine what Donald Trump is going through, as Donald Trump a couple days ago ordered the Secret Service to hand over all data surrounding the larger attempts on his life that took place in Florida and in Pennsylvania and probably in other places, as we also found out that Donald Trump was literally flying in different aircraft, flying under different fake kind of aliases, lying to even his own staff, lying to even members of the media. When they were on Trump Force One, Trump wasn't there. They were told he was there, but he was doing all of this for his safety, as there were some legitimate safety concerns. As you know, Donald Trump and the intel agencies were giving out javelins and were giving out surface-to-air missile systems to the Ukrainians, many of which just went missing. I wonder why. According to CBS News, as much of that advanced U.S. military equipment that could shoot down aircraft from long distances, pretty significantly, poof, just went missing. And according to a lot of other sources out there, a lot of it ended up in the hands of criminal cartels that are also soon to be potentially at war with this federal government, and in the hands of jihadis, in the hands of terrorists and other criminal gangs and organizations that are aided and abetted through our kind of misjudgment. Yeah, right. No, something else is bigger at play here, as of course we still don't have anything from Crooks' parents, by the way, as the reports are coming in that they only come out of their house now at 3 a.m. to buy groceries. They were able to lawyer up with a very big, significant lawyer. And so far, we're told as Americans, what happened here? What's going on? And I'm like, are you freaking serious? we gave up all of our privacy. We gave up all of our civil rights. We gave up our constitutional rights after 2001 because you guys said you would protect us if you allow us to rifle through our personal belongings, our personal text messages, and you set up a national dragnet surveillance grid that goes after everything, and you're telling me you can't sift through the data right now? You're telling me that all the capabilities, all the power you have, that we have given to you, all the money, all the huge data centers that you have, you can't figure this one out? As the New York Post goes on and talks about how a veteran private investigator from Pennsylvania was hired shortly after this event on July 13th at Butler, Pennsylvania. And he was working for private clients. We don't know who they are, but he told the Post that he believes a criminal network was operating with him at the time of the assassination attempt and is still in existence and still wants to take the life of Donald Trump. Who's that criminal organization? We'll tell you just in a little bit. Before we do, we want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, and that, of course, is BiltongUSA.com. There never has been a better sponsor for us than BiltongUSA.com, mainly because their stuff is freaking awesome. I really do enjoy this stuff. It's behind me there. It's a great snack. I love it because I don't like cooking. I just don't have time because I'm always busy. I'm always working. I come from the gym. I get the Wagyu's a little bit more pricier, but it's so good. This is, where's the camera? This is so good. I really, really do enjoy it because I used to like beef jerky, but then I looked at the ingredients of all the beef jerky available here in the United States. All of it is crap. Horrible meat, horrible preservatives, horrible sugars, and all this other nonsense that is not good for you. It's just horrible for you. And then came Anton, and I was like, who's this guy? Supporting a lot of independent media. And then also getting attacked by the local governments, by the way. He's dealing with his own struggles. Supporting him supports his business and endeavors here that are pretty important because Biltong is a family-friendly snack. It's a family-friendly business. It's low in carbs, packed with protein, making Biltong the ultimate health snack. Biltong is a great source of iron, also serves as a source of several other essential nutrients, including magnesium, potassium, and B vitamins, fueling gains in every aspect of your life. Whether you're following a carnivore, keto, or high-protein diet, Biltong is the perfect addition to keep you on track. Use code WRC and get 10% off of your order. Definitely worth doing, and you save a bit of money by doing that as well. And you get a good product that supports this independent media organization, supports you, and overall is something that is a win-win for everyone here involved. So if you haven't gotten some Biltong, get it right now. And you couldn't be supporting a better company that's doing some really awesome stuff. So go support Anton there. He has social media too, so you can see how he does things. You can see how he cooks a lot of the stuff. He does live streams. We'll connect some of his social media channels down in the description below. Anyway, let's continue on to who this criminal organization is. Can you guess who the criminal organization is? Well, it's probably the same one covering everything up right now, because why else? Or else this criminal organization is still, just more powerful than, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Because there's no way this guy acted alone. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense, especially with the clear larger scope of this sinister event that absolutely couldn't be done, even if it was frickin' Jason Bourne here, okay? The fictional character Jason Bourne couldn't pull this one off. There's so much levels of sophistication here, and we had everything blamed on failure. The former Secret Service director that resigned in disgrace. We just failed. It was an accident. It was an accident that we were looking at the guy with a rifle on top of our command headquarters. that we allowed to take 8 shots. It was that was flying a drone before. That was literally going in there with rangefinders to be like, oh yeah, where I get the best shot. That literally walked up on all the officers, on all the Secret Service, on top of their building. As their Secret Service looking, oh yeah, oh, what's that? As there's people pointing, hey, there's a guy, hey. You still fail this whole, yeah, right. It's not a failure. It's obstruction of justice and a larger criminal cover-up that probably highlights the larger involvement of these intel agencies that tried to take out Trump. And I'll make that argument. in a little bit here, but every step of the way, Secret Service denied Freedom of Information Act articles, specifically by American Legal, trying to get some larger answers to what happened here. Why are they doing that? As of course, that's not the only type of denial of information, as we're finding out that the FBI and DOJ are withholding interview records, cell phone data with encryption app, financial records, details on the suspects that tried to take Donald Trump's life. Why are they doing all this? During these huge national events, I mean, they literally have tech that takes everyone's like text messages and phone calls and recordings and literally filters it out and has larger freaking cell phone connection points that they have to go through in order to double check all forms of communication to make sure that nothing sketchy or weird pops up during these kind of larger events. Again, get out of here, as we had so many members of this government ask so many pointed questions, and those pointed questions never got answered.
It is important to note information that this committee does not have from the Department of Justice, including components of the Department of Justice, the FBI, and ATF, and what we do not have from those agencies, to include digital analysis of electronic devices belonging to Crooks, the same for electronic devices belonging to Ralph, interview summaries for the family members of Crooks who were interviewed by the FBI after this event, any sort of overall financial analysis of these two individuals and who they were and what they were doing. So while we have an...
So why don't we have that? Why don't we have that data, that important bit and pieces of information? Why don't we have that information to find out who's really in charge of what's really going on here? Since the second assassination attempt that was happening in Florida here specifically, the guy was literally trying to get passports from foreign countries in order to get foreign mercenaries inside of Ukraine, okay? Which is a larger intel agency job. Okay, now this guy Crooks here. You're going to deny us the information. Now, what are they denying us? Well, let's be honest here. Like we saw in other previous documented cases, there probably was a handler here. There probably was either a very attractive FBI agent girl or one of his alleged best friends that was, according to previous activities by the FBI, goading him, pressuring him, saying, do this. You'll be so cool. You'll be so popular. Yeah. Oh, I'll like you if you do this. And the FBI has a history and a track record of finding mentally ill people and then trying to get them to do horrible things. And then sometimes they catch them before they do it, and then they throw them in jail forever. And that was documented many times. Now, this time could have been, oh, man, we tried to censor Trump on social media. That didn't work. You couldn't even play a video of Donald Trump on YouTube. You got your channel and your video taken down. We tried to intimidate him. We raided his home. That didn't work. Okay, let's charge him. Okay, charge him. He's facing 700 years in jail. Okay, that didn't work. That backfired. Oh, man, what are we going to do now? Put him in jail. Okay. All right, he's charged. He's going to be sentenced. Yes. All right, we got him, right? That's going to stop him. Nope, that didn't stop him. He's getting more popular than ever. What's going to happen when we throw him in jail? Let's run the AI predictive programming PSYOP program that we have predicting the future. Oh, crap. Who would have thought? It's going to backfire on us like everything else did. What other results are we left here? Take them out. They tried everything to stop the man. Everything. And we even told you here on this independent media broadcast, when picking the vice president, he needed to pick someone who was a bit of a radical in order to ensure him to be safeguarded in his position and not be, quote, assassinated. We were literally telling you here. We predicted his assassination attempts that did happen here, as we still have an ongoing active cover-up, and then now we have new people in charge now, like Don Bongino, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, that there's a lot of pressure on right now, as they're dealing with a larger criminal gang, an organization that now they represent. How will they handle this very extremely delicate situation? As of course, now there's articles about Dan Bondi saying he doesn't believe the government's official story about the pipe bombs on J6. Well, yeah, the story doesn't add up as well. He's going to be looking into that. Pam Bondi, again, just sent that letter to Kash Patel, but we haven't heard from Pam Bondi whether the FBI complied or not. Why not? What's really going on here? We demand an answer. The Democrats lost, and they lost the grip of power. Trump is moving fast, and I think he's moving fast because I think he realizes the very powerful organizations that tried to take my life before, they're still at large. They're still acting and operating here. And the best way to cease their larger actions is to kind of expose them for the horrible stuff that they did. You start with the Epstein stuff. That, to me, is the first strategic move that Trump and his administration need to make here in order to get rid of a lot of the extortion power that's being placed on all of these people in Washington, D.C. Once you get rid of that, once you get rid of the extortion power that's being run and the racket that's being run, you take away a lot of power from these criminal gangs and institutions, and you don't allow them to operate as wildly as they do without their larger kind of extortion that they have on everyone. That safeguards them. That gives them power. Take away their power. It's a dangerous gamut. I think we're still at a very dangerous precedent. We're at a dangerous moment right now. And until these intel agencies are kind of reined in, until we actually learn about what's really going on, until we see that, because what could be happening, Pam Bondi could be getting threatened right now, and she could be quiet about this, and she could just be told, shut up, or we're going to release this on you. We got this on you, Pam. You going to do this? And is that the scenario? I hope not. I very hope not. But with the way that things are unfolding and the lack of answers, all we are left here with is to speculate. And that's not a good situation to be in. This is spurring on more theories. We need less theories. We need more documents. We need more legitimate answers, more transparency, more accountability. I can't call for that enough, and we need to call for it respectfully as much as we can right now. Landofbiltong.com. Great stuff, by the way. Really, really great stuff. I can't recommend this stuff enough. And again, we charge sponsors of videos a lot of money. We don't charge you guys a lot of money because I love their products and really great stuff. Get it, landofbiltong.com. Support this independent media network. Support this small business. Support yourself. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.